Hey guys, Linton here from Quick Trade. Just wanted to have a quick look at the Nasdaq before we have the New York open this afternoon. A couple very important things to look at. So I'm looking at the weekly time frame at the moment. I've been keeping an eye on this retracement level, the Fibonacci retracement level, for some time. And this is week number 1, 2, 3, 4 that we are trading above this 23.6 percent level, which is actually quite significant. So it's presenting a lot of support, something to take note of. We're also quite low on the RSI, not as low as I'd like to be on the volume indicator, but at this point in time, I'm definitely keeping an eye on the support level of 14,383. Let's have a look at a smaller time frame. Maybe we can see something a little bit more interesting there in terms of what possible setups we're looking at. So the very interesting thing is obviously on the smaller time frame, we have had trading below this retracement level that I'm watching on the Fibonacci. But what is interesting is what I'm starting to see unfold here is the possibility of a setup to give us a move to the upside and then possibly a second move to the downside. Now, if you guys watched the video that I released last week, I think it was, you would have seen that I'm saying that there's two possible options at the moment. So what I'm seeing here is that we've got this 1-2 wave move. And generally speaking, a third wave, it's got to break this low over here in order to qualify. So what I'm expecting is to see possibly that third wave, maybe a fourth and a fifth wave, which is going to give us a flag formation. And then obviously we've got this impulse, the flag being the correction, and then we're expecting another impulse. The interesting thing is that that impulse target is more or less in line with this sort of resistance line that I've drawn in here. This area will be of big interest to me to see what happens with the Nasdaq. So if we do have the completion of this flag formation and a breakout of this flag, I will be watching for this level firstly, which is roughly around the 15,800 mark. Maybe it'll be a little bit lower at that point, 15,700 to 15,800, somewhere around there, unless it's a really quick move and it's a melt up, which is something that's a buzzword at the moment. A lot of guys are talking about it, saying that there's a possibility of a melt up on the Nasdaq. That is the one possibility. The other possibility also exists. So let me just remove these drawings quickly. I did mention this the other day. We're going to look at the daily time frame in order to see what I'm looking at. So, sorry, remove that. So, what is possible is that this move here is only one wave. So we could be in wave 2. In other words, what we're looking at is this being wave 1, wave 2, for a bigger wave 3 down. So that is definitely a possibility. We could see that setup take place, and that'll take us down to around about the 38.2 fib retracement level, which is just under 13,000 at this point in time. So that is definitely a possibility. If that's not the case, then it means what we've seen so far is a 1, 2, 3 wave move, and that we can expect to see this continue to the upside. Once again, like I said, this level over here, this is going to be of big interest to me to see what happens. If we break through this level and continue to the upside, I'll be looking for entries to the long side, most definitely. If, however, on the daily we get a push against this channel line and it's around about that same area of interest that I was talking about, and we start seeing a smaller setup, something along those lines, and a break to the downside, the chances are very likely that we're going to see this big move complete right down to around about the 13,000 mark.